All right, ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls, welcome back. It is Dave, the Real Music Observer, coming at you with real music in real time for real people just like you right there, and me. Phil Collin from Def Leppard says new music is a possibility. In an interview he did with a local radio station in North Carolina, he talks about the whole point of being in a band. This came from blabbermouth.net. Phil says it's one of the most important things. It would really suck if you were in a band and you didn't try and write songs. I mean, that's the whole point of being in a band, I thought. Not just playing and becoming a novelty act. Now, the reason I'm talking about this is because certainly in the band Journey, who, by the way, is going to be on tour with Def Leppard, there's been a bit of a rift between Neil Schon and Jonathan Cain. And I think one of the things they disagree on is this idea of creating new music. Journey's last studio album was the Eclipse album, came out in 2011. I mean, that's a 7-year gap now with, as far as I'm aware, I mean, Cain says he's got some killer ideas and stuff, but I don't think he's shared them with Neil Schon or anybody else. And they're about to embark on a tour, and the only thing I hear John talking about is his book. I think Neil might be creating his own music behind the scenes, but again, if these guys don't get together, they can't even agree on if they should do music. It seems as though there won't be any new Journey music with this current lineup in the near future. As a fan, I understand this idea that people just want to hear the hits. They want to hear the catalog. But there is a growing melodic rock scene, especially overseas. And it's evidenced by bands like Pinnacle Point, Perfect Plan. I just come up with all the double P bands out there. And but those are two that I'm thinking of right off the top of my head. But we've had a few here, Age of Reflection. And there are others that are really making waves overseas. And all of these bands look up to bands like Journey. So it's kind of weird that Journey has decided not to create, but it appears as though Def Leppard, right on schedule, is probably writing new material as we speak. So there's a huge difference between Journey and Def Leppard when it comes to creating new music. Colin goes on in the interview, by the way, to praise Journey and talk about how awesome it was when they toured back in 2006 and how they all kind of sat around the piano and sang and played. And love to get those tapes if they're out there, but I'm sure it was probably all impromptu and not recorded. So what do you think? Def Leppard, Journey, there is a big difference in philosophy when it comes to new music. Def Leppard is a go, whereas Journey right now is we don't know. And that's kind of sad. But in any event, it makes for interesting topics at the water cooler. Hey, don't forget to support me over on Patreon. I'm just looking for $1 a month, folks. $1. The reason I need your buck is because, quite honestly, YouTube, the income, even when I'm firing on all cylinders and people are watching these videos, it isn't as much as you would think when that revenue starts rolling in. I hate to tell you what I'm making per hour right now, but it's not good. So I need your support. I need your help to stay vibrant. We'll try to get some exclusive content over on Patreon. I did upload a little, sort of diatribe that I wrote right after the SP video that I had to pull down because of all of the craziness that was going on. So you never know what I'm going to talk about. You never know what I'm going to upload. When I get in those sorts of moods, you kind of get me unfiltered a little bit more, and that's the whole point. Exclusive content, and of course you can always comment on those things too up there, and I'm going to see those comments. So that's it for this video. Def Leppard and Journey, slightly differing philosophies when it comes to new music. Def Leppard and Phil Collins say absolutely. Journey says, we're not sure. Anyway, I will talk to you soon. Have a great day. We'll have more videos coming up, so stay tuned.